All right. I think we're live. Everything should be good to go.
Good.
I think they're going to start here in 1 second, but I'm sure no one's...
Shake and bake.
Yeah. Just a little shake and bake playbook, you know. Yeah, this should be a good one. I think I've got Alex in this one. Really, Fern's got a really good team, obviously. Like Ryan's got a really good team, but I don't think he's necessarily maybe like up to Alex's skill in terms of like user skill. But he has been playing really good on defense, like with his user. I think the Browns have two people in the MVP race right now, like on the defense. So
one's Miles Jack.
Yeah,
I don't know how he got this team. I played him 2 seasons ago, it was stacked.
Yeah, so it was from a past user that ended up getting kicked from the league, named Jared, who is a very good team builder and not a great Madden player. So
well, you could be like Ben and eventually just get good if your team's there.
Exactly, yeah. So he kind of inherited a really good team, and Ryan's not bad by any means. So me saying like
he's 7-1.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Yeah, like Ryan's a really good user. If he was like an elite user, he would be near impossible to beat with how good this team is.
It's stacked.
All right, first play here. Baker Mayfield going to take it. Risky throw. Somehow the running back brings it down, is loose, gets the spin spike cycle going, and he is just going to pick up a massive 52-yard reception on the first play, which looked like it might have been a pick six. The Chargers got to be frustrated after that one.
That could have went one of 3 ways, and it did not go good for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Almost interception. Ugh.
Mahomes.
That's not how you want to start a game.
No, for sure. Mahomes gonna take the snap and go to an RPO there. Looks like maybe he might have had the wide receiver on the bubble screen, but gives it to the running back and gets stifled.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this Chargers defense is pretty lit up with stars. So
yeah,
I have not played Alex in a while. I'm not sure exactly what he likes to do.
He's not afraid to send the blitzes, so you'll see him send a pretty good heaping of man blitzes. Mahomes gonna drop back, fumble. Luckily, I think that looks like, I don't know if that was his backup running back or who that was, but he's gonna scoop it and try to pick up some yards there to help his quarterback out there. So 3rd and 13 after a massive 52-yard gain on the first play. So not much to show here after the first play.
Okay, looks like the Chargers are going to bring a little of that inside pressure you were saying. I'm excited to see. Let's see how this O-line holds up.
Yeah. Looks like another run play. Really good call here. Tries to find the first down, but looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
Typical Madden 20, 3rd and 13, you run the ball.
Exactly. 4th and inches. Let's see what the Browns choose to do here. I personally, it looks like they're going to go for it. I personally am a fan of always taking your points when you get them. But looks like the Browns are going to try to see if they can capitalize on this big drive here.
Ooh, flag at the end there.
Yeah, looks like
I agree with
a face mask. Okay, I thought it might have been a hold there, but the Browns
seemed a little late for a hold.
For sure, yeah. The Browns pick up a big first down on 4th and inches and get a couple yards on the face mask.
I agree with you with getting your points, but 4th and 1 in a big game, 4th and inches, you got to go for that one.
For sure. Definitely a big AFC playoff game here, or I guess playoff implications in terms of seeding down the run here. Mahomes going to drop back, go to his check down, gets about a yard, I think, and going to be 2nd and goal from the 5.
It's always good to beat those teams that, you hope to see in the playoffs.
No doubt.
Gives you a little mental edge there. Who are you looking forward to playing in the playoffs?
Ben and I play again in I think week 13. But I feel like I always like playing Ben. So I'd love to get a matchup as many matchups with Ben, because I think, we say it very often, Madden's all about matchups. Ben and I used to be in a division, Madden 18, in which I won like a gazillion games against him. And so I just always feel confident playing him. And that's not to say that he's not a great user and has built a good team, but I just always feel really confident playing Ben.
No, he's definitely came a long way.
Yeah. All right, Mahomes third and goal here. Got to take the snap. Play action. Looks like it's going to be a bubble screen. Receiver looked like he was stuck in the mud there a little bit. Took it and
There's no way you should have 4 blockers on 2 guys and get 1 yard.
Yeah, and I think that's something I've noticed a little bit in terms of this Madden is it seems like on those like bubble screens or just like those quick little wide receiver screens, the wide receivers, no matter how fast they are or anything, just seem like they have such a difficult time getting any sort of acceleration or agility and getting out of there. It's like they're running with cement blocks on their feet or something.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when you have all those blockers and they either just don't get them or some guy sneaks in behind.
For sure. Chargers going to take the ball here after the kickoff for their first offensive series here after the Browns get 3 and take just about half the first quarter away.
Let's pick your brain. Do you think IDing the mic really helps that much?
I do it every play. I don't really think it. I mean, I do it on run plays. And as you can see, Aiken, the Chargers there, and Alex ID'd the mic, and I think didn't really do a ton there. I feel like, but it definitely helps in terms of like if you have a running back on one side and you ID a guy that you think is blitzing, that running back will almost always get a chop block on him. So it for sure works on pass plays if you ID the correct guy. On run plays, it's kind of hit or miss. I feel like.
Okay, we're picking Cody's brain here.
Baker Mayfield going to use the escape artist to pick up a first down there, 10-yard run. Looked like he might have had a couple receivers open. Ultimately, maybe is kind of feeling the heat that the rest of the league has felt with this Browns defense. And so...
yeah, you have to know where Miles Jack is at all time.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy
for sure.
had, I think 20 picks back-to-back years. It's
going to go to a run play here to Akins. Only picks up 3. I think that's two rushes for Akins for 3 yards apiece there. Dan in the chat says he's team ID the mic. I am too. I ID the mic every time. I just don't know how much it works in terms of run plays. I definitely think it works on pass plays.
See, I'm more the opposite. I just started using it. I feel like the run plays, the linebacker that you want to get blocked, it helps a little bit more there.
Yeah, I can see it.
I do. Pass plays, I'm going to have to start using it.
He's got X. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Baker's rattled.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I know Alex for quite some time has been complaining. He traded for Baker Mayfield when Jared was still the user of the Browns, and Baker seems to make those types of throws quite often for him, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, this defense, I'm pretty sure they still have, Jalen Ramsey and Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
X Factors on the outside.
Baker
Maybe
Mayfield.
Baker's just feeling.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield going to be in the shotgun here on a 3rd and 7. Not a lot open there. Finds the corner route, though, there. And picks up a big first down as he was about a half a second away from getting smushed from 2 Browns rushers there.
Yeah, I feel like it's real easy when you have those defensive players that you can do that blitz and get there, but just needed a few more seconds.
Yeah. This could be a big run here. Looked like the Browns came out in maybe an A-gap blitz, audibled out of it.
Oh, he's got to hit that off that right tackle.
Yeah.
He has a huge gap out there.
Yeah, massive hole. Just never saw it.
Yeah, the mid-blitz formation, I hate when people come out and run on me. I feel like it's an instant, audible.
Oh, yeah. I have
run play.
The only time I will run A-gap, and I'll run it sometimes, but I have to see a certain personnel to like it. It can't be trips on one side. Baker's going to hand the ball off to Akins here. A lot of room. Picks up a big first down. Not sure where they're going to mark that. Oh no!
Short.
Yes, just I had a bad feeling about that because it looked like he had the first down and then broke a tackle and then got tackled backwards. And you know, it's probably the correct spot, but just a horrible animation to get.
Yeah, that's very unlucky. I know all about the unlucky plays.
Baker Mayfield going to come in here, single back look. Akins, a lot of room again. Looks like he's, no. And Akins comes down holding his knee, or his, looks like a lower leg or knee there. We'll have to stay tuned here and see what the injury is. That's going to be a tough injury for this Chargers team, knowing that, well, that's right. They have Justin Jackson. That's okay. Never mind. Not going to be a tough injury whatsoever because you have two abilities that you're on at the running back. Going to fake the reverse here. Fake the little end around. Going to throw it to, I couldn't tell what receiver that was, but as this Browns defense will do and continues to do, they will be glued to your receivers down the field. Does that look like that might have been Lockhart, an outside linebacker, maybe on Thomas, and maybe Thomas is the tight end?
Is that Ian Thomas? I
think it's Ian
Thomas.
And was just glued to him.
Not a big fan of this coming out and passing. He ran the ball all the way to get down here. Just keep going.
For sure. Looks like he's going to maybe go to an inside zone here. Bring the tight end a little bit to help out with that outside linebacker bringing heat. But this Browns defense looks like Akins with an Achilles sprain could possibly return to this game. I didn't see which option he clicked there. I would assume maybe he'd go the safe route to avoid re-injury. And you know how Madden is. If they're completely healthy, it'll bring him back in.
Yeah, I think if he stays in this, he keeps it. Wait for that B to come across here.
For sure. Mayfield's going to drop back. Oh, he's got the streak there.
Nice.
That's, I think that's one he learned out of Chase's playbook, being, playing him twice a year there. If you're going to press someone, put them in a streak, wait and see if they beat the press. And he found him there before the safety could get over there.
Yeah, it's a boomer bust play right there, especially on Denzel Ward.
For sure. Baker Mayfield making a couple adjustments, motions Ian Thomas over. Justin Jackson looked like maybe he had some room there, and then I don't know if looked like maybe a tight end whiffed on a block there or something, but
looked like press the RT button a little too soon.
Yeah,
let that lineman disengage with his block.
Yeah, the best runners are very smart and wise and patient with that right trigger button. Gonna hand the ball off to, I do not know who 29 is, the third string running back. Oh, is it Derrick Henry? Okay.
No backfield.
No ability, Derrick Henry. That's weird. Is that Derrick Henry? I feel like Henry would have abilities,
he looks
right?
Big enough.
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
I'm gonna go to Daddy Leagues.
Day one.
Okay. Interesting.
Because I think it was a big thing that they were mad. He was like the rushing title leader, and he wasn't even an X factor.
Gotcha. Baker Mayfield drop back. Gonna look at the streak. The clamps are down with this Browns defense. And looks like the Chargers are gonna have to do exactly what the Browns did. Drive the whole length of the field, take about 5 minutes off the clock, and end in 3.
See, I think when you have an escape artist quarterback, you got to put him on the run out there. Give him the option to get running in there.
Yeah. It looked like he had had a lane. Maybe he could have tried to, or if anything, get the defense a little off course there. But ultimately, just
I'm not a fan of throwing slants across the middle when most people run cover 3 down there.
For sure, I think if you're gonna throw some because I'm okay with keeping it simple with some slants, but you got to make them think you're running it. Come out and make an eye form or a strong close, and then have a quick slant out there. Then I think that works really well. But yeah, but if it's a shotgun with just a couple slants, it's in the red zone. It's pretty easy to defend.
Right.
Browns
you can't wait for him to cross all the way over.
Yeah. Browns gonna take the ball here for their second offensive series. Gonna hand the ball off, pick up a big, I think 5 yards for Riddick there, as the first quarter comes to the close.
Is Riddick the starting running back?
I think so, but which is interesting because he looks like he has joystick and maybe spin cycle, and for some reason he has his non-ability running back, I think, as his third down passing type back, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Gonna hand off to Riddick again. A lot of room. He definitely has joystick. Definitely has spin cycle as he picks up a bunch of yards. Yeah, interesting to me that he doesn't have him in as a 3-down back.
Especially when you want to come out and run on 3rd and 13, you think.
Yeah, for sure. But the Browns are 7-1, so who are we to judge them? I guess.
Very true.
Mahomes gonna drop back. He has the drag open, sees it. Tries to cut it upfield, but gets tackled for a 4-yard gain.
Hey, it looked like he had everybody open there.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think keys to victory for the Browns here?
I think he's got to limit the mistakes. I think if he doesn't throw a single interception, Ryan can win this game. Oh, here we go. Blitz coming. Gonna dump it off to, again, the backup running back, 22. I'm not sure who that is. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. I think if that's Riddick there, he has joystick. He can, you can mess up the pursuit angles with joystick, obviously.
It's glitchy. You gotta keep that guy in there.
Yeah.
If you have him, you gotta keep him in there.
It is so interesting. That is Derrick Henry. His backup or his third string is Derrick Henry. That's hilarious. Anyways, I think if the Browns limit their mistakes, if they throw no interceptions, they can easily win this game. And then I think Alex needs to have a very good offensive game to win it. I don't think he can rely on his defense because of how good Ryan's defense is.
I have noticed when I do watch the Chargers, when they're on, that there's games where it's like 3-3 at the half, and then they end 38-35. So
for sure,
I know the Chargers can definitely put up points in the bunches.
Oh, totally. Mahomes and the Browns go to a little, it looked like out route to the tight end there. Ultimately did not pick up the first down, so they punt the ball away here to the Chargers with 7:43 left in the second quarter. That's going to be a touchback, and the Chargers are going to take the ball here from their own 20.
I think the Browns are going to have to kind of open it up a little bit. Seem like they're playing a little too conservative, a lot of drags, a lot of short routes. You see that with the screens and wheel routes to the running back.
No doubt. Like this play call here, 1st and 10. You think they're going to run. Looks like he's going to come out in a pass play. Mayfield's going to drop back. A lot of pressure needs to get through. And he gets brought down by Derwin James out of the...
What about Derwin?
Yes. Yes. Just...
What a team.
Yeah.
A team.
Yeah, I mean, just it's kind of insane how many just big name, star, impressive, super, like high profile players are on this defense. And it goes to show as the Browns are, one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best.
Not a lot of abilities though. A lot of good players, but it seems like
gonna hand the ball off to Jackson and just nowhere to run. Sometimes I think people get a little too cute with the fake, with like the fake end rounds and that type of stuff. That
100%
one,
agree.
That one, for example, I've got a couple in my playbook and I definitely use them. But like some of those that they seem like the end rounds just like develop, they take so long to develop, and it's easy to kind of figure out if it's actually gonna be a reverse or not. Mayfield's gonna drop back here. Look for the out route. Oh no, that's just forcing it. And the Browns are going to house it. Pick 6. Is that
who's... You cannot throw late on Jalen Ramsey.
Is that Ramsey there? Yeah, so...
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's one where, Alex is going to want that back. That seemed to me like he was just trying so hard to pick up the first down and really kind of just committed to that out route no matter what. And
he threw that way late.
Even even if he's not, even if he was in cover, I don't know what his defense was there. Even if he's in cover 3 or something like that, out routes are still very dangerous when you have ability DBs, especially if they have like zone hawk or not zone hawk, but like universal coverage or something like that. Because if you can click on and they can get over there so quickly.
I'm pretty sure Ramsey has acrobat too, so
yeah,
that's obviously gonna help.
For sure. Looks like the Chargers and Mayfield here going through a ton of audibles here. Gonna drop back. Not a lot of people open. He's got wide. Doesn't see him. He's gonna try to get loose. He's gonna have to throw it away because he doesn't have anything to go there. I think if he just stayed in the pocket for about a half a second longer and hit Y, he would have, he would have had him. But That's tough when when this Browns defense coming downhill at you.
Right. I think he was looking at the tight end first, and then it made him miss the other two people that got open.
For sure, on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah.
Baker going to do an RPO, hands it off to the running back, Justin Jackson. Gets a little juke, picks up a good 8 yards on second down there. That builds some confidence for an offense when you can pick up 8 yards on a second and 10 run.
Yeah, that's why you got to keep running the ball. That's the thing. Once you get one-dimensional and everybody knows you're going to pass, it's too hard to play.
Baker drops back, hits his drag for a first down. Maybe, I don't look like he had some time. I would
back?
Yeah. It looked like he had some time to throw it, and he would have had his drag for another 4-ish yards. I would have waited to see if that running back came open there for a touchdown.
Not a big fan of this orbit screen.
Yeah, the Chargers and Alex, they love this play, so you'll see them do this a lot. Gonna end up handing it off there.
All these motions and gimmicks, I feel like you're right. They do take too long, so I don't like to run them. Sometimes it even seems like the run on the RPO plays even take longer because of it. It's just not on this kind of defense. You can't do that.
No doubt. Dan said he had a corner out with post flag. Oh, what the heck? With post flag elite coming, or that was like wide open on one of the plays. I don't know which one it was, but
I think it was the bunch tight end formation.
Okay. Oh, he's got his tight end.
Oh Lurker,
no!
Though.
Is that Miles Jack?
Yep.
Yes. You called it right. I don't know if that was a bullet. Maybe he bullet passed that. Maybe it could have been different if he lobbed it.
I think he threw it right as soon as he snapped. He had him for a second, but once you wait and Miles Jack with Lurker, it was over.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that's one where real quick, Mahomes hands it off, play action, looking deep, not anyone open, and Nwosu comes screaming through on what looked to be maybe a 3-man rush. No, it was a 4-man, but looked like Nwosu and I don't know if it was Bosa or somebody else got bunched up, and Nwosu was able to get through. But what I was saying before is I think if you lob that, you can get it away from the lurker because it's going to be high up enough in the air. But we're all, I think that also separates good from elite players as well. I'm not saying Alex isn't elite. Great spin out of Riddick there, breaks another tackle and picks up a huge chunk of yards on what was it, like second and a mile, and gets it to 3rd and 5. Interesting play calling for both teams here. Yeah. Madden 20, you run the ball, but
a lot of passing early on first downs and
then running on second for sure, no doubt. But I think some well-timed touch passes, some well-timed lobs can get you away from those lurkers, get a ball over a DB that's underneath or a defender that's underneath, and the elite users really know how to use that.
For sure.
Somehow gets the ball off. Mahomes does. Looks like maybe he has last ditch. I'm not sure what all abilities he has, but or maybe that was just good timing.
Yeah, if it's stock Mahomes, he doesn't. I don't think he has last ditch. So.
Gotcha.
See, again, I mean, Mahomes is 7 for 7, but everything's underneath besides that one long pass. For sure.
But this is so far as the Browns punt this and the ball looks like it's going to be marked at the 16-yard line. But this is I think right where the Browns like to be in this territory. They want to be in a defensive battle. They don't want to be in an offensive slugfest because this defense is so good that they're content with it being just a real gritty defensive football game.
That's why if you're Alex, you got to just keep sticking and run the ball, let your defense play. 2 interceptions early, and you're only down 10-3.
Yeah, and the one interception was for a pick six, or else this game would be tied. But
exactly.
Still a 1-touchdown game, so nothing to be worried about. Both teams just kind of need to settle in and do what they do.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a little bit of a jitters, maybe feeling each other out, trying to make the other person make the first mistake.
No doubt. Mayfield drops back. Oh no, fumbles. Looked like it might have been a hold that the Browns will likely decline to make this 3rd and a country mile.
Well, what do you drop here?
I think you just run it, and it looks like I think maybe he clicked an RPO, which I think is a safe call as well. You just got to make sure. A lot of times with those RPOs, it's easy to kind of get drawn in when you see that slant, and then you can throw a really bad pick. So just got to make a really wise decision here. Looks like he's just going to do a fullback dive, which I also like, but
I don't like the fullback dive. I feel like if you're at least going to run, give yourself a chance.
That's fair.
I'd never see a fullback run break more than 5 yards.
That's true, yeah. And I guess maybe if he was on the 1 there, I could see a fullback dive. But I guess he was on the 2. You had some room to, even if he gets stopped in the backfield, it's rare that, a running back's going to get stopped, all the way back there. They can pick up a couple yards at least to get to the line of scrimmage. But
right. At least give yourself a dive. We've seen dives break for 90 yards plus.
For sure.
Wow, this is a fast game. 2 minutes left in the second.
Yeah, it seemed like the first quarter felt like it took a little bit because both teams basically just had both had one offensive series and took the whole first quarter. And then now it's been a little bit back and forth in terms of both teams have had a couple offensive possessions. He had his post wide open, didn't see it, gets to the check down, gets a juke, picks up a big first down. Patrick Mahomes, very efficient so far, content with not making any mistakes, not throwing risky throws, and hitting his underneath stuff when it's there, and it's working out for him.
I agree. That post was wide open. You can just tell he doesn't want to throw that first interception. For
sure. Gonna go to the backup running back here, 22. I gotta see it. Let me pop up. It's just very interesting to me that he doesn't use Riddick as his third down back. I can't imagine his catching is. I've never. No matter how bad the catching is on a running back, I've never seen them drop a ton of wide open catches or anything like that to where you shouldn't start an ability running back as your third down or receiving back.
Is Bosa, he a rookie that needs unlocked? Is that what?
Yeah, I'm checking the depth chart now. Bosa comes screaming through on a 3-man rush there, and the Chargers call a timeout. Probably pretty wisely, as this is a 3rd and 14. Very unlikely the Browns pick this up, and they are on their own 49 here. Need quite a few yards to even be in field goal range here.
Yeah, if Chargers can stop them, I think they get the ball back at half. You can, maybe get a field goal before half, field goal after half, cut it down to a point. I'm looking right up this seam right here.
Mahomes drops back. Bosa or someone gets straight through. Oh no, risky throw. Woo! Mahomes' first incompletion was to 2 Chargers defenders, and they couldn't decide which one wanted to intercept it, and unfortunately they kind of screwed themselves there.
Yeah, neither wanted it. LA just doesn't want it right now.
Yeah, it looks like Jatavis Keel. Looks like he's a rookie. No, he's 1 year experience. Interesting. I don't know.
Does he have some crazy speed? There has to be something there.
91 speed. I mean, nothing. Interesting.
Yeah, I think I'd put Riddick in.
For
He'd
sure.
Be in every down.
Mayfield going to hand it off here. A lot of room, but looks like, I don't know what defender that was, but sheds his block and picks up a big tackle there because that looked to be dangerous.
Yeah, Jackson just looks slow coming out compared to the rookie that he had earlier, Akins.
Yeah, he does. I don't know what Jackson's speed is, but he definitely.
I'm pretty sure he's at least 90 speed, 90 excel.
Wozy said, "Can I get this overlay for me?" Yeah, I can. Wozy, I can send you the overlay for sure.
Wow, speaking of Wozy, who's your surprise team of the first half this season?
That's a good question. Surprise team, Wozy, honestly, I feel a lot of people give him crap. Wozy, if Wozy can limit the turnovers, Wozy's a really good user, and he will admittedly tell you that he just gets a little turnover happy sometimes. I'm looking at the go ahead. Yeah.
Having Saquon definitely helps out. He's just a slippery player, as you would know.
Yeah, no doubt. Mayfield gonna drop back, doesn't see anyone open, scrambles for looks like 5 yards on that one. Maybe I'd go with young Alex at 5 and 4. In that,
did he just beat CMS?
I don't know if
he just lost to CMS.
Did he just lose to CMS? Okay.
Yeah, it was a 17-point game. within like the fourth quarter when I turned this off.
Gotcha. And I don't know what his schedules look like. I guess maybe you'd have to say Wosey then. I think
coming from what he had 2 or 4 wins last year.
Yeah.
Now he's leading the AFC East. I mean, Morty was in the AFC Championship game last year.
Yeah, or maybe the most surprising would be Morty, and it's like it's just the opposite side of maybe he's just he's just kind of done with this cycle or something, but very rare to see Morty have a losing record.
I could see that too.
Chargers throw the ball deep on 3rd and 7, just trying to see if his receiver can make a play, but unfortunately can't come down with a contested catch, and they're going to be forced to punt here on the after their first drive at a half.
Admittedly, I don't know too much of Alex's offense, but it just seems like he just wants the pass to work.
Yeah.
And on a team with Ramsey, Ward, Derwin, Miles,
it's tough.
I feel like you can't rely on it. He only has one receiver that looks like he can do anything, Mike Williams, and
no doubt
pound the ball up the middle.
Wosey said my defensive stats don't lie. Let me take a look, Wosey.
Hey, take a little peeky peek.
Yeah. Mahomes and the Browns going to be under center here, making a couple adjustments. Looks like maybe an end around. Yes. And a lot of room here. One of the more successful end arounds maybe you'll see as Davison picks up 7 yards there as the Chargers weren't ready for it.
Yeah, it's usually safe for that little touch pass in front. See that a lot.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Wosey, a top 10 defense in every category, and top 5 in yards, total yards, and rushing yards allowed. And then very efficient in the running game. Not so efficient in the passing game, but yeah, when you have Saquon, I mean that's often what I did when I had Saquon. I was a run first because he has evasive, which gives you basically jukebox, spin cycle, all in one.
Yeah, it's pretty cheat code running back. Mahomes, another short pass. I don't think he's thrown one pass over 10 yards. But, having the 7-point lead, I guess you really don't have to yet.
For sure. Yeah, Wosey's points, he just linked, he lost by 3 points to Ryan in a defensive battle. He's got the post wide open for a one-handed little style catch. Maybe just a bit of a flex there on the Chargers defense. He said he was wide open. He was wide open. Didn't need to one-hand catch it. Could have just brought it down, got a touchdown, but said, listen, we're here to play. We're here to go up 17-3, and just one-hand snags it on the run for a touchdown. That's got to be frustrating there for the Chargers.
This is going to be a big drive for Alex. You got to come out with some kind of points. I'm okay with getting a field goal here. Tons of time left, but you can't go 3 and out here. Yeah,
and even if it's got to be a quick drive too. As good as this defense is, you do not want a drive that takes above 4 minutes, in my opinion, because you're just going to give the ball back then to Ryan even if you get a field goal or a touchdown for him to just kind of milk some clock.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of
forcing it there. Luckily, Baker Mayfield is 3 for 11 with 2 interceptions. I didn't see the yards, but that is a horrid stat line. And as you can see, just that play there kind of describes how this game's gone. It just seems like Alex has been forcing it a little bit in the past game.
Yeah, it definitely seems like he's on tilt, coming out man blitzes and
another risky
the ball
throw
deep here.
Somehow, I don't know. It looked like Baker Mayfield honestly put a great ball on it. The running back just couldn't catch up to it. That's one where that he led him very well. You just need your running back to put the wheels on and come down with it.
This is one where you're only down 14. There's 16 minutes left in the game. You can still run the ball. Coming out one-dimensional is not going to help you.
Yeah. Myles Garrett comes through for the big sack there. Looks like I think I saw on that play. Looks like Akins is back in. Must have told the coaching staff and the trainers that he's feeling fine after that Achilles sprain or whatever I think that was what it was.
Yeah, Achilles sprain.
Now he's back in the game.
Well, what do you do if it's you? You're down 14. Your offense is struggling. I would come out in some close formations, confuse the user, kind of get some guys crossing here.
Yeah. I think there is a decent amount of time left still, so I think you don't abandon the run completely. Hands the ball to Riddick, a lot of room, gonna juke instead of spin cycle, which is interesting there, as a spin cycle might have maybe completely beat that defense, as Riddick has spin cycle, but ultimately chooses to juke. Juke does work, but gets tackled from behind.
Yeah, I think Fern's gonna just come out here and keep playing his short passing game, run, take a shot.
Yeah, gonna go with his 2-back set. Has the post, doesn't see him, throws it underneath. Might have been a hold there if I had to guess. Yeah.
He keeps having that post crossing route right over the set linebackers, wide open.
Yeah,
he can just touch it over there.
Yeah, it seems like he's maybe been a little weary of throwing that. Doesn't, as I said before, doesn't want to make a mistake. And one of my keys, I think, that I said for Ryan winning was not throw an interception. So maybe he's just trying to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes and just use some clock here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Alex's user has lurker. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has Jatavis Brown and.
Yeah, I don't think he has lurker. Browns come out, do a counter run there. Almost worked. The right tackle bagged up Bosa, but unfortunately, whoever was playing inside there came through from like 3 blockers, it seemed like, and made a big play. Mahomes gonna drop back another man blitz. Oh no, that's gonna be intentional grounding, and another situation where we see. This might be our longest 3rd and long we've seen yet. 3rd and 33. Alex, I think, had a 3rd and I think maybe 24 earlier. Yeah, I think you better be running the ball here.
Do you bring pressure if you're the defense? I feel like there's 2 different mindsets. It's either play back, sit back, or you bring all the pressure and don't let them get this pass off.
For me, I end up not sending pressure, and it looks like Alex isn't going to here, but I feel like often the users that aren't afraid to send pressures on these, it almost always works.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of guys have that deep post route that they want to throw here, that deep out that takes a long time.
Yeah. Hands the ball off wisely there. Doesn't pick up anything. Is going to have to punt the ball away. And only, good thing for Alex there is Ryan only took about 2 minutes off the clock. And so, the Chargers are in the driver's seat in terms of, their comeback. If they want it to happen, it's going to happen now, as he's trying to make something happen here. Actually picks up maybe, he probably ran about 55 yards there, and it picked up about 10. It looked like it could have been dangerous, but the Browns ultimately crashed to the ball carrier there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Alex gave up 10 points on defense, pick 6, 1 deep play. He's playing great. Browns are playing great. These guys.
Gonna be handoff to Akins. Gets the juke with jukebox. Juke's back. Not a lot of room there, though, as the Browns swarm to the ball. Picks up 4.
Yeah, this is what I want to keep saying. Keep running the ball with Akins. He's back. He's your workhorse.
Yeah.
Feed him.
Yeah, for sure. Don't be, and like right here, I think come out and pistol could be a run, but he's gonna be a pass. But I don't like that. I think this is one of the pre motions. Yeah, I don't love that, because then you're automatically showing it's a pass play. Mayfield gonna drop back, hit the out route, wide open, gets his feet down. 4 for 13 for 52 yards, as Mayfield just trying to make that stat line look at least mediocre.
Yeah, those are one of those plays that you maybe run down at the goal line. You can hit that running back real quick.
Yeah.
And he gets that boost. But
looks like first down. He's going to come out and run the ball again. Hand the ball off to Akins. No room, though, as I don't think that's Jack there. Who's 52? Is that?
I think that is Jack.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. What's Jack 45 normally? Is that his number? 44?
Trying to get the depth chart here.
Yeah, I think it's his only superstar running linebacker anyway.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the sweep here. I think on a 3-man rush, 3-man line, you can run right up that.
Yeah, audible straight to an inside run here. Looks like he's gonna go to a 4 verts. Drops back. Garrett, I think that is, but gets a great block from, I think, Akins. Gonna try to get loose here with Mayfield, and Mayfield makes the DB miss there. I gotta tell you what, Akins picked up a massive block as Garrett was about to sack Mayfield. Gave him enough time to scramble out and pick up some yards and make this a 3rd and manageable.
That was an interesting little motion there. I've never seen anybody do that out of that trip vert from the bunch formation.
Looks like maybe he might be looking for Williams here with post flag elite. Drops back, has time to throw, has Y, doesn't see him. Gonna pick up a 1st down with Mayfield though. You know, ultimately that's gonna work, but he very well, I think, had a touchdown with Y there. Open. Yeah. Y right out of his cut, had him wide open. But we'll see how this drive ends. If it ends in, you know, anything less than a touchdown, I think he'll go back and watch. If he goes back and watches this, he'll be kicking himself.
Yeah, those are those plays where I think cover 2, where you don't know if they're sitting down short. You want to throw it. You know, maybe having Ward and Ramsey out there kind of makes you a little hesitant.
No doubt. Mayfield drops back, looking for Sternberger. Picks up just a massive catch out of Sternberger there. Can't find the end zone. Throws it, you know, into one-on-one coverage. Sometimes against this Brown defense, that's what you have to do. You have to pick your battles and hope your receivers win. And Sternberger comes down with a massive catch there.
Just goes up, boxes him out, catches the ball.
Yeah,
great play.
Yeah, little basketball move there. Looks like he's gonna go to a quarterback sneak.
What?
And finds his way into the end zone. Interesting. Looked like he maybe tripped on his O-lineman, but the O-lineman continued to block the D-line out and was able to kind of crawl into the end zone.
Yeah, I thought that was a little far out for a QB sneak, but I guess
it
if
worked.
you get touched.
Yeah. All right, 17-10 as we are nearing the 4th quarter. We are, it's looking to be a wonderful finish here. CMAS with the gifted sub to Agent of Doom. Appreciate you, CMAS. Mahomes going to drop back. A lot of time, hits the running back Riddick as he fights forward for a couple more yards. So that's going to be a big 7-yard gain on 1st down. Again, Ryan, not, you know, I think if I were Alex and I were going to want to make some plays, you know, I'd maybe, you know, consider, let's see if he hikes. Yeah, he's gonna snap the ball before half. Wasn't sure if he was. Big blocking there by the risky throw. Somehow finds the receiver. My goodness, that was just a crazy play. Looked like Alex sent a little pressure. Doesn't get through. The blockers and the running back picked it up perfectly. Tries to scramble out. Looked like he was just gonna pick it up with his legs, but then chucks it over across the field and still picks up the 1st down. That was chaos.
Yeah, that's lucky having Mahomes with the dashing dead eye. Maybe we'll hit that on a dime.
Looks like he's gonna motion his wide receiver. Maybe this is a run, and that's just window dressing here. He's gonna hand the ball off. Whoa, my! With the joystick, gets loose. Spin cycle. Riddick.
A block.
What a massive block. He motioned that wide receiver over. That wide receiver is down the field causing chaos. His left tackle or left guard, I don't know who it was down the field just bullying the defense. And Riddick gets loose with that frigging human joystick. Golly, couldn't remember what it was called.
See, I think I'm selling out for the run on 1st down. It seems like Fern wants to see what he gets on 1st.
Yeah.
Come out and throw the ball short on 2nd.
Again, a run to the backup running back. Keel picks up a hard-earned 9 yards, it looks like there. As, if you're Ryan, I think keep running the ball. Keep running it until the Chargers are going to show they're going to stop it.
Right, you have Mahomes if you need to throw it. Roll out a little bit if you need to. You got that escape artist. Would not throw anything deep here.
Mahomes going to take this under center, give it to Riddick, fights forward for 2 yards and gets a first down. Yeah, I mean, keep pounding the rock. You're up 17-10. That clock is ticking. Even if you get 3, this is a victory. You just don't want to drop back and make a mistake here, which not that Ryan has all game. He's been very safe with his throws for the most part. Gonna hand the ball to Riddick.
The RPO.
Big spin, and then maybe it looked like he got hit with I don't know if that was an enforcer or if it was just a hit stick from a player, but luckily Riddick hangs on. Oh, hangs on.
Cody puberty, young son.
Sorry, I'm a late bloomer, guys.
Okay, I can see if he throws his post down the middle here.
Mahomes drops back. Gonna be a screen. Trying to find some yards. Oh my goodness!
He just juked them all out of their shoes.
Yeah, that looked like the Chargers were about to get through. Gets a spin move and looked like maybe Alex did a premeditated hit stick that he had in his head there and ended up missing or whiffing pretty badly. Big 3rd and inches here for the Browns.
Do you run commit?
Yeah, I would. Why? I mean, just looks like they didn't run commit. And Keel, who has came in, obviously as the 3rd down back and a couple times as, Riddick is a bit gassed. And he's only made big plays, basically.
Oh, he's player of the game. See, I think this is where if you know Fern maybe, that he wants to kind of maybe come out in a shot play, but here's where you just sell out for the run.
Oh, looks like a end around there, fake end around rather, that got a little weird, if you will.
Yeah, he got stuck there on the end around, or that was a touchdown.
Yeah, made the blocking assignments kind of get a little jumbled up, which was unfortunate. Yeah, go ahead.
Next week you have a big game, I think against the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, massive game, right?
What's going on? What are you thinking about that game?
My biggest thing here, let me call this real quick. Mahomes hands the ball off, wide open hole. Somehow the linebacker shoots through.
What a fill! That was a great fill.
Yeah,
right
I mean
there.
that looked like he could have crawled in for a touchdown, but Jatavis Brown finds his way through and picks up a massive stop there. But yeah, for me personally, with Hot Route Master, I end up kind of making some really dumb decisions. Mahomes hands the ball off, runs it again, content with just using some
commit.
Yeah, content with just using some clock. I honestly don't hate the call. He used basically just about half of the 4th quarter there, and you're about to go up 2 possessions. And knowing Ryan and his defense, he's content with letting them kind of ball out on the defensive side.
So I think there maybe you bring him in tight, do the double drags, see what happens.
That's
you
fair.
Take the sack if you have to.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, like against honestly, I probably should have lost against Cam today. I played pretty bad and I got lucky a couple times, and ended up winning. But yeah, I make some really bad decisions with Hot Rod Master because I just am like, that's going to be open and I chuck it anyway. So for me, we just got to lock in and make sure we make sure the wide receiver's open before we throw something. And yeah, I mean, it's a big NFC game no matter what.
You regret the trade of Saquon for?
No.
I see Jamal Adams is up there for defensive player of the year.
Yeah, no, I mean, here, I'll call this real quick and then say Mayfield looks like they went no huddle, trying to use as little clock as possible. Mayfield's gonna just pick up some yards here with escape artist. Wise play, I think, because didn't look like anything was open. Gonna stay in no huddle. Might have to answer that question here in a second as we are going up tempo.
No, nah, it's smart. Get first downs. That's all it is about the 2-minute drill.
For sure. Maybe, yeah, he's just gonna have to try to pick up anything. Jukes.
I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, that is risky. But luckily, I guess Mayfield maybe was working on the forearm strength there as somehow hangs onto the ball.
Yeah, I think I go out of bounds there. Save some time.
Yeah, for sure.
Extra yard.
Yeah, because now once players are tired, they're more susceptible to fumbling or anything like that, or your O lineman's not going to block as well. So,
in the grand scheme of things, this is one game. You don't want to lose Baker for the season.
No doubt. Yeah. Injuries can happen when they're tired. Going to chuck this down to Akins, but Ramsey with the clamps gets right down to it there. Gonna go no huddle again. I mean, this offense has to be gassed. I'm surprised that I guess he hasn't gone under center yet. So none of these guys have had the opportunity to even walk off the field. But I can, with these abilities on the secondary, I don't see any wide receivers getting open here.
No, none. Not when you
Gonna try to Sternberger. Oh my gosh. Sternberger with his second just incredible catch. Alex gonna hand the ball off to Akins. Gets stifled. He's got 9 rushes for 29 yards. Alex normally a very good runner. Has not been able to find much here as he continues to go no huddle, trying to save as much time as he can. No, not a ton of people are going to check it down to B, but it stays in bounds, and this is exactly how Fern would want this drive to go. This clock is just ticking away. The Chargers can't find the end zone.
Now, crazy little idea. Would you kick the field goal before the 2 minutes to keep that and a timeout since you need 2 scores?
Oh my! No, and then an enforcer fumble. And listen, so I mean, Mayfield with last ditch somehow gets that ball out. But again, as I said before, that entire offense had to be absolutely gassed. He gets hit with an enforcer, and that's a fumble. I'm sure that's frustrating if you're Alex, but I mean, yeah, it's enforcer, and you've got
it's Derwin James.
Yeah,
that's the guy you traded for.
It's enforcer, and it's a bunch of tired players on offense. So I don't know. There's not a ton you can expect, I guess.
Since I asked it before the fumble, do you kick that field goal before the 2 minutes? Keep some time on the clock, even though you have 2 downs? I
think depending on what had happened on that play, like if Mayfield got sacked, then yes. I think if he had picked up, 15, 20 yards, you go ahead and try for the touchdown. Or even if you picked up like 5 yards, maybe you kick the field goal. So I think Riddick going to get loose here, picks up a big first down right out of the 2-minute warning. This is crunch time here for the Chargers defense, which honestly have not been able to stop the run all game long.
I agree with you. Yeah, if he gets that catch, I can see it. But before the play, you got to think sometimes you got to save time on the clock, keep those timeouts.
Yeah.
I get
like
that,
I said,
I get that you're down there, you want to score the touchdown, but
yeah, and he had gone no huddle so often that his team had to be so tired. So maybe run it, like just go ahead and taking it to the 2-minute and then kicking the field goal wouldn't have been a horrible decision for sure.
I mean, I doubt I ever am gonna do that, but just thoughts out there.
Totally.
Try to save some clock.
And what was he said? 7 rushes. Alex about to get a suspension letter from his elementary school principal. Yeah, I think is the rule at least 12 or 11 rushes?
Yeah, I think Baker has like 4 or 5 of those. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Baker does have a couple scrambles.
And Jackson has a few. So
that's right. I
don't think he's close to it.
That's right. Akins
was hurt for half the game.
Oh, he has 7 rushes with Baker. I see what he's saying. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a escape artist for you.
Right. Just you have it, you got to use it.
Yeah. 3rd and inches here. Looks like the Chargers are going to go aggressive across the board as they have no timeouts. And it's 3rd and inches. And I think you got to run commit. I think you run commit and you just try to watch what you think his first read's going to be just in case he throws it. Not going to throw it. Doesn't run commit. Bosa comes down with a massive hit stick. 4th and inches. I can't believe
he held on to that.
And he holds onto the ball. And I mean,
I think I go for this too. You have a 10-point lead. Take it. Win this game.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely tough, but I guess your defense has played well all game long, and 10-point lead. You could go ahead and punt it away, and he's not going to have a ton of time to drive down the field and score 10 points with no timeouts.
True. Yeah, hasn't really scored too much this whole game.
For sure. And that's an absolute beauty of a punt, because that's going to get called down at the 5-yard line. And this Chargers defense has 47 seconds, 95 yards, and then another possession to get 10 points. What looks to be near impossible.
Let's go. What does Dan have? How many wins now? 24 in a row? When do you think he loses that streak?
Let me look at his schedule real quick, and I'll answer your question from before on if I regret the trade. I definitely do not regret the trade. I honestly felt like I could have won the Super Bowl this past season. Two things happened, I guess. That
Ocho's one of them.
Yeah, but really they're both the Ocho game essentially. But what had happened was get out of bounds, Baker. There you go. Was number one, I match up very poorly against Ocho, and so that was kind of unfortunate that I had to end up playing him. And then number two, as I said before, I just made way too many mistakes. I gotta. Pretty much I've always been a run first kind of guy. I'd say my pass game really has gotten much better this Madden, and Hot Run Master has helped that. But I got a little too pass heavy too quick, I think, against Ocho, because my run game really was doing well in that game. But no, I mean, like, Jamal Adams is crazy, Hot Run Master's crazy, and then I was able to trade for Douglas Peppers, who has joystick, which in my opinion is better than Saquon's evasive and stuff like that, because joystick's just so freaking glitchy. So somehow I ended up, I feel like, a better team, even though I lost like a 99 overall player.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're getting Jamal Adams and a quarterback with tons of good ability, so yeah. I can see that. You could replace running backs. Now, do you think Dan... Where do you think Dan loses?
That's right. That's right.
I don't have his schedule here.
I'm pulling his schedule up once Daddy League loads. Baker drops back with no time left. He's hoping this throw right here will be worth 10 points. He's going to chuck it deep and hope something happens. He catches it.
Oh, he catches it. There you go.
As that pads the stat line a little. Let's see. He's got Chase up next. Hoot Hoot Hike, who always actually plays him pretty sweaty. I'm pretty sure he was down week 7 against Hoot Hoot for a little bit. Hoot Hoot Hike being Triple H. Yeah, I mean, really, I think knowing Dan, Chase, or like his next 2 games probably, and then maybe week 17 against you, depending on if he's sitting as starters at that point, because I think after week 13 or 14 he would have the new record in terms of the win streak. So I guess it depends on how much he would, maybe he would care about back-to-back wins or back-to-back win or lossless seasons, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so he needs. He said he needs to start 15-0 for the record. Gotcha. So, so maybe week 16 and 17 he could be considering starting his backup. So I mean, really, it's you, Hoot Hoot Hike, and Chase. I think that are the only people that I see on his schedule that could give him any sorts of troubles. Really, I think his schedule
I'm hoping Chase or Hoot Hoot Hike beat him. So that he is sitting those starters towards the end of the year.
I think. Yeah, he's had. I mean, all things considered,
Dan, you don't want injuries.
Yeah, you're right. Ultimately, his schedule has been very, pretty easy this year. Outside of obviously, Hoot Hoot Hike is in his division now, and he played Alex earlier in the year, which was a 21-18 game. But yeah, outside of that, he's been, I guess, other than the next 2 games, pretty blessed with maybe a pretty good, pretty easy schedule for the most part.
I mean, that's the AFC in general. It's pretty easy.
Yes, I would agree with that. Like, the AFC has a couple powerhouse teams, but the NFC is way deeper.
So deep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as obviously we went a little off script there, near the end of the game, but we knew what the final was going to be, as there was no timeouts and in a 10-point lead with 95 yards and another possession to score. So, but Browns pick up a big win for the AFC as they move to 8-1 now. What's your thoughts on the game, I guess, Steele?
It showed me a lot. Browns, like I said, I played them, I think 2 seasons ago. I thought it was more just like his team was just way better and blew mine out of the water. But, coming in here, beating the Chargers, showing that he can do it in a playoff style. He has a great run. He has a great run. He has a no turnover offense. If he can keep that up, he's going to look to be hard to beat.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, as I said, I think the biggest thing for Ryan, and it will continue to be this, is that if Ryan limits the turnovers, in this game, I don't think he threw one interception, and I don't think he fumbled or anything like that. He's going to be very difficult to beat because that defense is just so good, and he is a good user on the offensive side of the field for the most part. In terms of, he's not elite, and that's not a knock saying he's not elite, but as long as he's a game manager and limits his mistakes, he's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where you don't want to come out and start blitzing and let him get those run gaps and, take those 5-yard passes to 20, 25 yards.
Yeah, no doubt.
Run after a catch. He's one of those guys where let him take his drags and, come out in 4th and 1 every other drive.
Wow, yeah, there's I'm looking at the voting booth right now, and and there's a lot of good games to be voted on for game of the week. I think, we're in there, but I think I got to go with the 9-0 Jags versus the 7-2 Chiefs, being that there's that's going to be a big game in terms of maybe one of Dan's toughest competitors to knock down his win streak.
Well, if that is the game of the week, what are your thoughts? What a little prediction here?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dan goes. I think Dan goes undefeated again. Dan is, when Dan's on, he's on, and he's really tough to stop. I beat him in the Super Bowl, obviously, before he came out and then started his win streak, I think, right? Or was that the following season? But regardless,
no, you beat him and then.
Oh yeah, I beat him.
Well, no, because he lost to what's his name? Ben next year. Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, when Dan's on, he's on, and when his pass game's on, he's tough to beat. And I just don't see Chase or Hoot Hike beating him unless like he gets insanely unlucky or anything like that. Like a bunch of fumbles or something like that. But I just don't see.
We'll say whatever.
I don't see.
I watched that Falcons Super Bowl. He didn't. I was like, okay, Dan's really good user, and then he kind of got enforcer fumbled 5 times in a row.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it was. Yeah, both teams had played really well. It was just Dan took like one too many tough breaks, I think.
Yeah, his passing attack is crisp. I will say that is very good.
For sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's going to be it for us here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I know that I'm no Connor Rice or CMAS in terms of play-by-play, but we try to bring a little bit of different character, and we talk about a bunch of different stuff. We bring some different personality here to this commentary, if you will. So, but thank you, and Steele, thanks for joining me on this adventure.
Of course.
All right. Well,
back at any time.
For sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. We'll see you next time.